You can put a face to the name.
Today we're talking about selfies. Are they egotistical, accountable? Today, watch the show. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Morning Minutes, episode 319 with Mark Novak and special guest Lisa from CrossFit BROOKVALE. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Super excited to talk about this. I think I'm super excited to talk about this topic, especially when it comes to sort of gym motivation and training. And one thing we always see, especially when people start getting into the gym initially, is a lot of gym selfies. And I think from a lot of people, there's sort of two mindsets on it. They either think they're, showing off, but I do believe there's an element of that, but there's a deeper meaning of that accountability to yourself, letting everyone know this is what you're doing, and it's sort of your own sort of motivation to keep going through. And I think there's no one better to hear what you believe as well. Lisa, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Michael? How are you, Mark?
Good. It's a really touchy topic. This is a really because if anyone who consumes social media, you see these photos of people in the gym, and I guess you've got one of two opinions. Hey.
Oh, look, everyone has an opinion, exactly, and I think it definitely can come across egotistical for sure. But there is, I think, as Michael touched on, that there is a deeper level, and it is about accountability and vulnerability as well, and just putting yourself out there and saying, hey, I'm trying to be better and I'm trying to make a difference, but I'm doing it on a platform where I'm saying, I want you to watch me and I want you to keep me accountable so that I can actually achieve what I've set out to do.
And I think you said something off there just before, which really resonated, where it was everyone sort of does the self a bit. Not everyone makes it public. And so therefore people can relate as well in this, because you just want to have that snapshot of where you were, and everyone loves that sort of progression forward. And I think a lot of people may do 100 private selfies before they actually make it official on a social media platform, because they're always just, I know from my personal experience, like before I ever put any before or after photos on, I was probably already down 20, 30, 40 kilos before you make it public. But it's those private ones that you do for yourself, which have a really deep meaning.
Yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
Would I be able to ask you, Michael, just to show us your selfie?
I could Lisa, go. I'll bring it up in a sec.
Pressure.
Yeah. And no pressure. While we're doing that, Lise, and we're gonna pop around to this topic in selfies in a second, backed up with Michael's photo. Can you tell us, you're one of the leading CrossFit guys in crew in the Northern Beaches. You're CrossFit in BROOKVALE. That's your business.
Yeah, CrossFit BROOKVALE. We've been for 10 years. I opened the gym in 2010. So yeah, it's been a journey. It's definitely been a journey. We've got members that have been here for that entire time, for the last 10 years.
Wow.
So yeah, and I think the thing that we do here is, it's not just about coming in and lifting weights and taking selfies. It's about mindset. It's about how it changes your life. It's about talking about nutrition, and it's the longevity of it. It's about you're coming here to be able to just perform your day-to-day tasks that you need to do pain-free, and on an ongoing basis into your 40s, into your 50s, into your 60s and your 70s and beyond. So it's not just about coming in and getting a quick fix.
All right, I'll bring up mine while you're there. 2 seconds. Here we go.
Get ready for this, Lace. Get ready for this.
Wow.
There's
Well,
one.
oh, you did Wim to Warrior. Good on you.
Yeah.
Zoom it up. Zoom it up.
I'm trying.
That's fantastic.
So I went for about
How many
130.
kgs?
Yeah, 135, and my lowest was about 72.
Wow.
So I
And
did,
have you been able to do something ongoing from that you've been able to maintain?
Yeah, so I've always had swings because I've had a few spine surgeries. So, but I have, and I've definitely maintained within a sort of 10 kilos, and a lot of it's been through martial arts.
Yeah, perfect.
Which has been really good. So I can really relate to, and I think CrossFit's very similar to martial arts, where a lot of people are intimidated if you've never done it previously.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the martial arts side, you're just seeing these MMA fighters high level, and you're like, wow, I could never compete. I could never begin at that level. And I believe, in my opinion, CrossFit is in a very similar category. It's very specific. The poster boys and girls of it are ultra fit, and you're just like, where does the beginner start? So would you mind talking us through, one, is CrossFit great for beginners? How do you help with that? And if someone's listening to this and they see the body the CrossFitters have, men or females, and they just want to get involved with it, talk us a little bit about what you guys do and how that can appeal.
And while you're doing that, can you show us through?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'll just step inside the gym and you'll be able to see just over my... Oh.
I'll change it so with you. Where is it? I just want to see. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
So what you can see that's going on in the gym right now, there's a class going on. So we've got a coach in there. So you're actually being coached in the gym environment. You're not left to your own devices. You don't have to think about what to do. Just to put it into perspective, my oldest client that I train currently is 74. She just had her birthday a couple of weeks ago, and she does this stuff. So it definitely is for all age groups. And the beauty about what we do is it's all scalable, which means that no matter what's going on from somebody that's been here for 10 years or someone that's never, ever, ever gone into a gym environment ever at all, we can put you in the same class and we can have you doing the same things, but just on a level that is more suitable for the individual. And that's what we do. We break things down. We make it manageable for each person. And it's not just about coming in and having a coach just cheerleading you, or you just having no clue about what you're doing and feeling completely out of your depth and completely intimidated. This is an environment where it's all encompassing. You're being part of a community, and you're being supported by, the people that are in here, and you're being coached.
So what's that chick doing in the pink shorts?
Say that again.
What's that chick doing in the pink shorts? So she's doing some.
She's getting ready. She's getting ready to do some. I'm just trying to work out which way I'm going. She's getting ready to do some snatches. There you go. There's the movement, and there's the coach coaching her.
And that's a coach.
Yep. That's Alana.
I think what you just said there is really important for people to hear about there's a trainer there, because a lot of the time if you're going to a traditional gym, you basically, there's your fob, access anytime, and you don't really know what you're doing. You're trying to self-teach yourself. And I know if you don't get the technique right, that's where injuries happen. That's where you don't get the full potential of the training. And when you're not getting the potential, when you're not seeing results because you may be doing it right, that's where you get disheartened. That's when you stop training. So, and a lot of people, and a lot of people can't necessarily engage a private personal trainer. Then they 100%. Fall out of it. So with what you're saying, you basically have a class with your peers. you have a trainer there who's monitoring your technique, showing you how to do it. But I think that's so valuable, especially with a new type of training. But also tell us about the group environment, because I know I train with Wim to Warrior with a team, even though you're individuals compared to doing weights by myself or a run. I hate doing it individually. I like the camaraderie, the competitiveness, the friend, like just a whole thing about the team. Can you talk us about how classes are run, how many people, and sort of feel?
And do you let them take selfies as well?
Yeah.
You can take selfies if that floats your boat, Mark. You can definitely take selfies. So I guess just to walk you through, the classes are always, the structure or the core part of the class is always the same. The coach will talk through what the workout for the day is, go through all the movements individually. Then the actual class will go through a structured warm-up. So the coach again will coach through, this is movement A, this is movement B, this is movement C, and everybody does it together as a group. And then the coach will break everything down in terms of snatch that you just saw before. People are going, I don't even know what that is. I've never heard of it. That's totally fine. And then everybody does the workout together, and then we do a cool down together at the end. And I think just in saying about the community, Michael, and training with other people and the camaraderie, I really believe that is what has been the glue for the success of this business, is the community, the people that come here. And the people that everybody comes for a different reason. It might be you get a health scare and you need to, step it up and kick things into gear, or you might just want to try CrossFit because your friend's doing it somewhere overseas or whatever it might be, and you've heard all this stuff about it. Whatever your reason for coming in here is not necessarily the reason that you stay here. And I really think the community and the people and the accountability, selfies aside, there is that accountability part of what happens in here. They're about to start a workout, so it's going to get a little noisy with the can you guys still hear me, or will I step back outside?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
But it's sort of cutting in and out, so I don't know if that's the reception in the gym a little bit.
I'm standing right next to the modem too, so I don't know. Okay. I'll just step outside, or I'll just keep it.
And how long does it go for? 45?
It's an hour. It's not 60 minutes. You come in, you go through a full warm up, so you're ready and everything's warmed up adequately, as best you can to avoid injury, and that's a really key thing for us, people's safety. We want to make sure that you're not overlifting when you're doing weights. We want to make sure that you're performing it well and safely, and it then gives you an opportunity to build a platform where you can make good, steady progression without the risk of having something happen to you and then going through a bit of a cycle of injury and recovery and that sort of stuff. So, yeah.
So Lisa, on the so if anyone who's just tuned in, we're talking about, this is Lisa from CrossFit BROOKVALE, an amazing business, been around for over 10 years, and we're talking about your business, and we're talking about, you're a bit of an expert on on observing people doing selfies or not doing selfies and the reasons what they're doing for. If we're to sum up the old selfie, are you going to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? As an expert.
Let's give it a thumbs up. Let's use it for accountability. I think it's all about the way that you use it, right?
It's the intention?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a really good point, because there's obviously some people out that do it, it's more for their ego, but I think the majority...
Look at me.
Yeah, I think the majority of people use it for themselves. that accountability, because I know, especially when you go through training routines, and I think a big thing is always having it's almost like a virtual gym buddy. So you would either send them a Snapchat, yeah, I'm at the gym, send them a message. And when that doesn't happen, like either I would message them saying, hey, haven't seen you at the gym, everything all good.
And that's
or vice
what you
versa.
get here as well. I'll message you when you're not here and say, hey, are you okay? Is everything all right?
Everything all good.
Is there something I need your help to help you with, or you've just gone away for work or something, you know? So we're always checking in with our guys and just making sure, you know, and keeping them accountable in that sense too.
Yep.
But yeah, I think,
is that accountable? Is that accountable because you want to make money, or because you care about the guys, or both, or that's your business, or that's your job, or what's that? When you put that call in, what's going on in your head? Are you frustrated because they haven't turned up?
No. Are you actually okay? Is there something that I need to hold you to, or because you've just fallen off the wagon? Or is there something else going on that we need to sit down and address? You know, have you got things going on in your personal life that are distracting you from being able to commit to coming in here and just helping you stay on track and helping you just work out? I mean, this is the long journey. This is the marathon. It's not the sprint. And it's really about, you know, we do care absolutely deeply about our members that come in here and your well-being. And I think if that wasn't the case, I don't think we would still be around. And I don't think that we would have the members that we've had for so long coming. And we have people that leave because of work circumstances. They move out of the area and then they come back.
Yep.
And you guys even allow real estate agents to come in, so you're quite flexible, like, because they're pretty
they got some ego
bunch. There's some swag going on there. There's some swag.
And I just want to also touch on, I think what you said, Mark, is really important, and especially from Lisa's aspect, is people who like doing what you do, Lisa. In my experience, especially with a lot of personal trainers, it's not about the money. And I know, so when you message someone, especially if they're in a dark space, they're probably like, oh, you only want me there for, I think on a very small majority, they think about, oh, you only want me there for the money sort of thing. But it's so much deeper than that, because you care, you want people to go on that journey. And I know because I've had that where you're training and then you go AWOL, and you have when you're not training, sometimes you may be in that dark space. So therefore you assume people's intentions are dark, but then when they get you back to the gym, you're like, thank you for that message. Like, because there are so many ups and downs, and we all know it's generally more mental than physical. And if the person who runs the gym's not going to care about me, then who will? So, you know what I mean? So someone's got to give me that push. I think it's very important. And when people get to know you, the gym, that thought doesn't happen. It's sort of thing, you know, like maybe if they're new at a gym, they're like, oh, they only want me there. But once you sort of break that barrier, because when you're training in a gym, it's vulnerable. You're showing people how weak you are or how strong you are, and you're breaking points. So there is that sort of relationship built. So I think a lot of people, they don't necessarily think it's a money grab or a cash grab when people are checking in. They know it's a lot deeper than that, in my view.
Yeah, look, and this isn't just for us. This isn't just about training. This is about what are you looking to achieve? In what way are we able to help you achieve that? And it is there's a lot of mindset. 80% is mindset. You know what I mean? People come in because they want to give up smoking, or, you know, there's a whole host of different reasons why people come in, but the group training environment is what helps people stay accountable. It helps people continue to come in, and it helps people to get the results that they're looking for, because you're not doing it alone. And I think as humans, we look for connection. And I think everyone will realize that during lockdown, when we weren't able to connect and we weren't able to see people, and it had a huge impact for so many people on so many levels, that being able to open the doors again and being able to bring the community back together and be able to train together has just been so powerful. And I think more powerful than people have really realized.
Yeah, and I would love to, could you touch on, just for anyone who's new to CrossFit, the one thing about the training structure, you get out what you put in. So if you're not as fit as you may think other members are, you can sort of go at your own pace. So don't feel intimidated that way. Could you sort of describe just how, like it's different for everyone, but don't be intimidated by that. You can sort of train at your own pace, strength.
Yeah, look, and that's what I was saying earlier about things being scalable. You come in, you do it at your own pace. If you're new and you've never ever done anything like this before, we bring it right back for you. We make it manageable. We don't want to make you feel sore for a week. We're not here to injure you. We're here to help you, and we're here to help you achieve whatever it is that you're looking for. So we regress things to whatever it needs to be for the individual, and that's where you do get, you're getting that individual coaching in the class environment. Our coach doesn't train with you. Our coach walks around and coaches. Yeah. So you are, beautiful. and yeah. What we do, if we've got somebody brand new, we have what's called an onboarding process, where we actually take you on your own, or in a small group environment if there's a couple of new people, and we will break everything down bit by bit. That's a 90-minute session, and we break that down for you, and we work wherever you're at in helping you understand the key points of movement and performance, and we do break that down in a slower pace. That's not the class environment, and that builds your confidence to be able to be in the class and know and understand what's going on. So you're never left to your own devices. You're never left wondering, I don't know what to do or how to do this. We're here to guide you every step of the way.
Beautiful.
And just before we say goodbye, Lisa, do people still go to gyms to pick up chicks, blokes?
I don't know if that's your intention, Mark.
Yeah, when I was in my younger days, that was my number one priority. Well, have you married off some people there?
Yeah.
We've definitely had some people meet. We've had plenty of kids, so be careful. There might be something in the water.
Oh, there you go. Well, thank you.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. And I've popped
Thank you for your time.
I've popped your website down there as well. So anyone who wants to contact you, do a trial, go for it. They're in Brookvale, beautiful green building, stands out near Freshwater High School. Everybody, get fit.
Get fit, and good luck with your business. I'm glad you guys have made it through the other end of COVID.
Thanks.
I know it's been hard on all of us with COVID, and it's good to see you and us on the other end. And guys, get down there. Lisa is a special lady. We've done business together in the last 6 months, and a lovely lady to do business with. And you're a beautiful person, and good luck to you and your business.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
No problem. Ciao, ciao.
See ya.